81.8 kg. Day 23 of the cut, losing 15 kilos or 33 pounds.
How many times have we banded together to try to save each other?
It is 2 o'clock, we're having our first meal, and that meal is a falafel wrap with egg, hummus, pickles, and the garlic sauce, and a chicken wrap with pickles and the garlic sauce. We're gonna feast on this now and then wait an hour or two, then head to the gym. And we're doing shoulders today. I also had cod liver oil earlier this morning with a bottle of water. We're making great headway. We're at 81.8, almost losing 7 kilos in 23 days, which is perfect. I'm aiming to lose another kilo by the end of the 30 days. Yeah, so 7 more days. In 1 week, hopefully we lost another kilo. And that makes it 8 kilos in the first month, which is lovely. Then we only have, how much would we have left? Like 9, 10 kilos, depending on how we look, because we want to look shredded. Craziest transformation. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this out. And I'm giving basically free information on what I'm doing, the macros, everything that's there. You just have to apply the same thing, kind of, depending on how much you weigh and how much activity you're doing and how much muscle mass you have. You just do kind of the same thing and you can get similar results. And if you don't know how to do any of these things, count your macros, if you don't know what calories to start at, what cardio to do, how to do any exercises, then look no further, because your boy got you. I do online coaching, link in bio, not this bio, link in the Instagram bio. DM me on Instagram and we can get started today to change your life, transform it completely. Let's do this, all right? Let's do this. Parked the car, sat here for about half an hour near the gym. I can't be bothered to get out because I'm very tired. Okay, so day 23, and the tiredness is getting to me. No pre-workout because it's a bit too late, about 6, 7 o'clock now. And if I take pre-workout now, it's just not gonna let me sleep, and I got work tomorrow, so I gotta wake up early and leave for work. And on that note as well, there's no workout tomorrow, so take day off because I have to travel quite far away. Anyway, we are gonna do shoulders, and we're gonna start with the warm-up, lateral raise, side, front lateral raise, then dumbbell shoulder press, then we do the rear delt flies, we do shrugs and cardio, and that's it. But yeah, the tiredness is getting to me because the calories are quite low. I'm having at 2100 calories, 21 or 2200 calories in between those figures. Tiredness is getting to me. I've been in a deficit for the past, I've been in a deficit for like 20 something days, but this is the challenge we have to overcome. Thank God I don't have these cravings just nagging at me. I'm having them under control, which is a good thing. This cut is much easier than the previous ones because I have a goal and I'm vlogging it, so I'm basically being held accountable by the camera and you guys. But you don't really have to do that. You can take your time, and people do take their time, and that's fine. And I've done that in the past, taking my time, have cheat days here and there. They do push you back a couple of days, but we don't want to do that now. I want to just get peeled and shredded by July. Hopefully we can get there. We shall get there, God willing. Also, by the way, earlier when I was working on the TV, I fixed it because I had to change a few parts away. And yes, I'm a jack of all the trades. I can do it all. Change the oil, change the brake discs. I haven't filmed that yet, but I can change brake discs, pads, change the TV components, and a master in the gym, a master of pharmacy. I could do it all. Yeah, say mashallah. I could do it all. It's not that difficult, to be honest, but still. Earlier what you saw, I was changing a component, the power board on the TV, because it was burnt, also along with the fuse. So I had to change those things, fix the TV. Thank God it worked, because I was scared it didn't. It wasn't going to do it. After that, if that didn't work, if I changed the component and it didn't work, I don't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what the next step was. So, but yeah, thank God it worked. But in all seriousness, a lot of these things are quite easy. You just have to Google stuff, how to do them, and then Bob's your uncle. See you in the gym. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we start off with the rotator cuff warm-up and the shoulder warm-up for a session of shoulders. And we start off in the studio doing lateral raises and front raises just to warm the shoulders up with some light weight. And then we head on to the working sets with a bit of heavier weights of the side lateral raises. And then we move on to the front raises right here. We do alternating arms, and then we move on to the, where is it? There you go. Wait, 1 minute. Why am I saying 1 minute? A couple seconds. And then we do rear delt flies with the kettlebells as well. 3 sets of all of them. So front raises, side raises, and rear delt flies, 3 sets. And then we move on to the shoulder press. Again, 3 sets. And then here we supersetted them with shrugs because we were limited with time. And that's really it. Finishing off with some dead hangs. Home from the gym, did the shoulder workout, but didn't do any cardio. It's because I had to leave quickly. But now I'm gonna go for a run. But before the run, I'm gonna have this strawberry and mango. I also had some peanut butter earlier to make up for the fats and slight protein, even though I'm slightly above it. But we keep it stepping, and then I'm gonna eat something after the run as well. I'll see you then. I want to talk to you guys about something, and that is the thoughts that you have in dieting. When you are dieting, you get thoughts of like, okay, I'm gonna finish this diet and then go back and I'm gonna eat this, and that. And that will put you back to where you were before. Now, if you are an avid gym goer, then you know the cycles of, not the cycles of the, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the cycles of being fat, then losing weight and getting chiseled and then fat again. That's a different story. But if you're overweight and you never like that and you wanna lose weight and then stay there, right? Be chiseled, ripped, or whatever weight you want to be at and be comfortable and stay there, you have to change a few things. So you have to implement a plan and stick to it. So for example, I'm like, look, after I finish dieting, I'm going to be on 2,500 calories, 2,600 calories to maintain. And those calories are going to be 80% healthy and then 20% whatever I want, right? That's a plan you can stick by. Or for example, like 5 days a week, I'm going to have 2,600 calories of good foods, clean foods, so to speak. And then on the weekend, I can eat whatever I want within those calories. So if you want to go for a burger and fries, chips, or whatever, and that's 1,200 calories, you still have another 1,400 calories left. And then you can eat whatever you want. The main thing is hitting your protein targets, and everything else should be okay. Again, unhealthy food is not great. However, people have cravings. This is reality. You want to eat it. I want to eat nice food too, pizza, burger, whatever. As long as you balance it, then you should be all right. But it's a game, like a mental game that you have to just convince yourself, look, when I'm dieting, I've got the reverse diet after this. So slowly go back up to avoid just blowing up or bloating up very quickly. And you just have to follow the game plan, stick to it. And if you don't know how to do it yourself, obviously there's people that can help you, like myself. You know what I'm saying? DM me on Instagram if you want to start working together and change your life, of course. But there's a lot of information online available if you have the time to research. But of course, a lot of people are busy with work, life, children, families, etc. And they don't have that luxury. And that's where people like me come in, for example. This is just something I like to tell you guys. And I hope it helps. Anyway, now to the food. Final meal of the day is sirloin steak, and they just keep getting better. Look at this. Look at this absolute beauty. Look at that. Perfect. This is what perfection is. If anyone asks you what's perfect, show them this video. Look at that. Beautiful. And we're also having some olives and some garlic. Obviously, trying to be healthy in that. Do you know what I mean? Lovely stuff. I'm going to devour this and then go on another walk. Go back, shower, sleep. Do it all over again tomorrow, minus the workout. So the food tomorrow is going to be less calories, less carbs, because we're not training tomorrow. And then the day after, we'll resume as normal. As usual, I'll put the MyFitnessPal breakdown here of the calories, fats, proteins, and carbs so that you may learn from this and maybe apply it to your own life. And I really hope it helps. So catch you guys tomorrow.